Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Like Angela said, my name is Rocky. I just joined around September of last year, so not too long ago. It's been great working in Riman with everyone, including obviously Jackie and Winnie, which has led us from Taiwan to Hong Kong and helped us spread into everywhere, basically Malaysia, Singapore, Australia, UK, anywhere you can think of, actually. So yeah, it's been really great. Today, I'm going to tell everyone a little about the Riman opportunity. We're going to go through the company, a little bit of background, products, and of course, the compensation plan. All right, so without further ado, let me share my package and let's get started. Can everyone see this? Yeah? All right. Okay, let's go. So let's start. Riman, spelled R-I-M-A-N, and in Mandarin 就 Liman, 对不对? It's a company that started in Korea in 2018, so not too long ago, right? But in the first 5 years, not in the first 5 years, like in the up until now, it's already done 2.5 billion US dollars in revenue. I don't know if you know how much that is, but that is huge. It's actually broken a lot of records. And in Korea, one of the biggest beauty brands is Suwasu, sorry. And the revenue has definitely beaten Suwasu. So it's the #1 rated K-beauty brand in Korea right now. 40 million bottles sold in Korea. That stat is important because there's only 50 million people in Korea. The population is 50 million. So obviously, not 80% of the population haven't used Riman. So what does that mean? That means that there's a lot of rebuying Riman products. Everyone must be happy if there's repurchasing, right? So that is very important, and that is one of the main points why Riman has done well. So in the first 5 years, it was only in Korea. It didn't extend out into the world, obviously because of COVID and other reasons. But in 2023, in March, it has begun reaching out into the world. It started its North American launch. So a lot of people ask, why launch in North America right away? Why not Asia? Why not other countries in Asia, right? Japan, Malaysia, Taiwan, there's so many choices. Why North America? Because the company saw that there was a couple points that aligned very well with the North American market. So the first one is the fact that all our products are heavily plant-based, okay? And as you know, right now, everywhere in the world, including North America and Europe, everywhere actually, this trend of natural products is so big right now. Everyone doesn't want any artificial things in their, especially skincare. So Riman is perfect for that. Secondly, is this little K word right there. So K-beauty, K-pop, K-drama. Everything is with a K. And what does that mean? It's a branding, right? Korea, Korea branding. And it's taken the world by storm, hasn't it? Like I said, everyone knows K-pop. I bet everyone has, seen 1 or 10 or 50 Korean dramas on Netflix. It's everywhere. So this K-beauty really, really stands out right now in North America. And when they hear about there's this #1 rated K-beauty brand, they're interested. They immediately become interested because they realize that using these products, they can look like all these celebrities and stars that they're seeing on TV or listening to on music, in their music, or going to concerts and seeing. So that's the second point. Third point is the price. For this level of quality, our price is super affordable. In fact, we call it affordable luxury in Riman. And because of all these points, Riman did so well in North America, especially with the younger crowd. So all younger generation, people who want natural products, people who love the K culture, and people who can't really afford super top end prices, has started using Riman. And that is really amazing, you know? So after North America, in less than a year, the company launched back in Asia. So they launched in Taiwan. And in about another 7 months or so, it launched in Hong Kong just last July. And that was when we in Hong Kong got to come into contact with Riman. And just last month, April, we have extended into 3 more countries: Malaysia, Singapore, and Mexico. And in the latter part of this year, we're going to 2 more countries, with Japan and Philippines being those 2. In the next year, you can imagine how many countries we'll go into. In fact, the company has already told us that its idea and prospect is to branch into 50 countries in the world. And that actually shouldn't take too long with this pace that we're going. So this is why right now joining Riman is the perfect timing and opportunity. But we'll talk about more about that later. All right. So we are endorsed by celebrities, major Korean stars, top tier Korean stars: Kim Tae-hee, Jung Ji-hoon, Yo Yin-yi, and Hwang Bin. I'm sure everyone has seen or at least know who these people are, right? At least 1 or 2. I know if you know all of them, that shows your age, but you know, at least 1 or 2. Everyone at least knows 1 or 2. Top tier celebrities, for example, Hwang Bin, he's been retired for over 10 years. He came out from retirement about 4 years ago to endorse for Riman. Did a set of commercials and posters and everything, and 3 months ago, he did a second set for us. So these are celebrities that are very involved with Riman and has trust in our products. For example, Kim Tae-hee, who is Rain's celebrity named Rain's wife, has given her word that using our hair product, a Botolab, that's the line, using our Botolab line, she guarantees that you'll see results within 4 weeks. I mean, who does that? That just shows the level of commitment and faith that they have in our products. Okay, so I think this is the first thing I want to talk about. The fact that when you talk to someone about an MLM brand like our products, immediately people might hesitate because of MLM's reputation. But with these endorsers, everyone's guard immediately comes down. Oh, they're like, oh, okay, Ji-hoon is actually endorsing this product. Okay, then that's pretty much okay. So it's much more easier with the company giving us these tools and marketing power to use, right? So that's the first thing. All right, next, let's go into Riman's line of products. All right, so we have 3 lines under Riman: ICD, Botolab, and Lifening. Namely the skincare line, the hair and body care line, as well as the supplement line. Today, I'm not going to go into every single product because that's going to take forever, and that's more for a product training. But I'm going to tell everyone about what's unique about Riman, why you should focus, why you should get involved, why you should take note of why Riman is so great. Okay. All right. So let's start with ingredients, okay? Our major ingredient is something called Centella. Has anyone heard Centella? I mean, do you know what Centella is? Centella is a plant that has very, very strong repair properties for cells, for our skin. It's really great, especially in Korea. They really, really believe in this plant, Centella. So you'll see this plant in other skincare products as well. So what's so special about ours? It's this little giant word right here. So giant Byongpu, giant Centella. What does this mean? Well, the founder actually went to Jeju Island, an island that is in Korea, and found about 53 genres of Centella. And he thought of using the energy water because Jeju Island, as everyone knows, is a volcanic area. It has different layers of dermis, and it also has different layers of water that consists of different minerals. So our founder thought about using this Jeju energy water to sort of feed into these different genres of centilla and want to see what the effects were. And after researching, one of these genres grew into this giant biompu, giant centilla. When we say giant, we mean that it's about 4 to 5 times as big as normal centilla. Not only is it much stronger in properties, the bioactive ingredient is also many-fold stronger than normal. So it's very, very good for our skin. That's what it comes down to, okay? So the company took this plant, actually went to the Korea Patent Office and asked them, hey, we actually developed a new species. Can we get a patent for this? After about 3 years, takes a long time, the patent office in Korea said, yeah, we acknowledge that you have a new proper species of centilla right now. We'll give you 20 years exclusive usage of this plant in your products. So now Riman has an exclusivity with this giant biompu that we use entirely in our own products. So with such great product, what's the natural thing to do? Well, let's just build our smart farm on Jeju Island. How's that? Makes perfect sense, right? So that's exactly what our founder did. We built the biggest centilla smart farm in the world on Jeju Island. So right now we have me and the most of our team, obviously Jackie and his team, we've actually visited Jeju Island. And about 2 months ago, and we went for the big tour. We saw the growth of these centilla plants. We ate it. We tasted the centilla. We drank the energy water there. We saw the facility. We saw the research. We saw the entire thing. Very, very well advanced research center and smart farm that really impressed me, actually. So right now we have one of the best ingredients that we can get our hands on. Definitely one of the cleanest, most unique water source that we can get our hands on. So what else is left? Well, last point is technology. Riman has used a technology called microfluidizer, which basically boils down to turning something into very, very small components. So it takes like our cream and it makes the molecule super, super small. And when I say small, I mean 275 times as small. That's how small. And when you get that small of a molecular size, it goes into your skin super, super fast. In fact, this technology used to be used in like pharmaceutical companies for them to use in their drugs and their products, because it needs super fast activation, right? Imagine you taking like a painkiller. If it takes you 4 hours to activate, that's not great. So it needs to activate very fast. Similarly, they use this technology on our Riman skincare product, which is great. There are other products, skincare lines out there that use this nanoliposomal technology, but it usually comes at a very little percentage, like 10% of the product, 12% of the product. But ours is entirely 100% of our product, which just shows how much effort we put into R&D, how much effort we put into our ingredient, and how much effort we put into our water, which makes up 80% of most products, like skincare products. So you start using Riman's absolutely amazing X line, and you have great results. People see it. People start asking you. But what do most people start asking you about? Is it safe to use? Oh, I tend to get really sensitive skin, or I have a friend who has a lot of pimples coming up. Is it safe for them to use? Usually the first thing people ask you about is safety. And with this, the company has done a lot to prove that their product is safe. One of these factors is we got certification from Dermatest, which is a Germany certification group that does safety for sensitive skin using different products. Let me put things into a context for you. So in Europe, if you have let's say a baby pacifier, those things babies suck on. If you have a baby pacifier within Dermatest star grade of 3-star level, you can sell that with no problem. You can put it on the shelf of a supermarket or a store or whatever. So with the 5-star Dermatest certification, our product is just telling you that there's nothing to worry about in terms of sensitivity issue with our products. Actually, it's pretty natural, right? When you think about it, I just told you that our main ingredient is giant centilla, and giant centilla is great for repairing cells, lock in hydration, getting rid of wrinkles. It's basically a repairing ingredient. So it's natural that this ingredient is also very, very low in terms of sensitiveness on our skin, which makes it extra safe to use. So I just want to reiterate that when people ask you about the safety of using our products, it is super safe to use. Obviously, there's going to be different reactions to it, maybe a bit of redness or a bit of tingling feeling, but these are all just due to how you use the products and the amount that you use the products with. Okay. So let's go into a little bit of the ICD line. So Huangbin, which I just talked about at the beginning, is the ambassador for our ICD skincare line. Before you is a lot of different testimonials. And what I want to focus on is the differences in all these testimonials. You see pigmentation improvements, you see wrinkle improvements, you see irritation improvements, you see overall tightness improvements, and you see like pimple or sensitive skin improvements. All kinds of improvements, all using one set of products in our ICD line. There is no products just for oily skin. There's no products just for dry skin. Our ICD line works with any skin type, and that is very, very impressive. Our ICD line consists of 10 basic products. In terms of skincare, that's not a lot. That's really not a lot. So, which makes us as distributors much easier because we only have to learn about these 10 products. These 10 products are the cornerstone of our ICD line and what we rely on because it has such great effect and it helps with everything that I just talked about. Other people's testimonials are other people's testimonials, but I always tell people that what's important is the testimonials that people around you have. And everyone in Riman has their own testimonial. People actually come to our sharings, like for example in Hong Kong, and they always tell us that they can actually tell who is using Riman's products because of the skin condition, because of the glow effect that Riman product has. It's a very signature look. And that's why it's very, very impressive. People who've started using Riman's products or gotten into Riman within the last 2 months are a very lucky bunch, just because the company has improved our ICD product line even further with the inclusion of better, more modern ingredients that are very, very good for the skin. So you have exosome, you have Biompu, which is centilla, amino acids, and you have our NMN, which we'll see later. I'm not going to explain the differences and the science behind it. I can, but it's going to bore you. All you have to know is that these ingredients are anti-aging ingredients. Great anti-aging effects that are just extra on top of what you're paying for with no additional price. That's the thing. We didn't increase in price. We just added these additional anti-aging benefits on top of what was already a great set of products. And I think that just speaks to how much the company wants to make the best product in the world for everyone, including us distributors, to tell people. Like I said, 2 months ago, the company went into a revamp of our system. Not only that, it did a revamp on our packaging, the look of our products, as well as ingredient for our products, which I just talked about. So in terms of packaging and outlook of our product, we actually hired Paul Asher, who is from Pentagram. Pentagram is a design firm in London that is world renowned. She's the creative director there, and she has been known for designing numerous achievements in the world, and she has helped us with the packaging of our product, which is great. The company is relatively new, but it has taken huge steps in terms of going internationally. And I think that's very important because, as you know, as I told you at the very beginning, we're going into different countries right now. And with this in mind, only more and more people would know about our brand and our product. And going with that trend internationally, as in international quality, find the best people in the world to help us with our branding, with our packaging, with the smell of our product lines, which you'll see later, are all steps that the company is taking to an international branding of our products. Okay, I'm going to talk about one particular product in our ICD line, and that's the collagen mask that we have. It's a very interesting mask. Basically, it's a dry mask. You see those 4 pieces down there, and you see the step 1 figure right here. What you do is wet your face with our oil mist, put one of the pieces of collagen mask on your forehead, 2 on the side of your face, and 1 around your neck. And you just peel it off, as in step 2. The white part is our 100% collagen that stays on our face. What you then do is take our Centella extract booster and you spray your face. And in 1 second, it melts into your skin and activates for about 15 seconds until it soaks into your real dermis layer. Super effective, very clean to use. A lot of people just do this and then walk around the house. You don't have to lie there for 15 minutes like you do with a wet mask and just do nothing. A lot of people then put their night cream and their usual night routine, put on their face, and they go to sleep right away. Very efficient and very easy to use. Why do I talk about this product? Because our XS team always do this as a demo during our in real life presentation of our OPP presentation. So when we introduce people, in a real life situation, like me, right? Like what I told you just now, we actually get a guest to go up and we do the mask on them as a demo. And the result is absolutely amazing. Everyone is very impressed with how much lifting it does. We actually take before and after photos, and everyone is astonished how great the effect is. The only problem with this is the person that's doing the demo is actually not happy because only half their face is done with the mask, because we want to see the difference between half your face being done and half your face not being done. So that person is not that happy. So other than that, it's a great demo. And I encourage every one of you to bring friends to real life situations, whether in Malaysia or Singapore or in Hong Kong or in anywhere in the world that you can attend one of these, attend them. It's a great place to bring your friends and get people to get to know Riman and hopefully join you in doing this business with Riman. Okay, Kim Tae-hee is the ambassador for our hairline, which I told you about. And she's the one that made the guarantee of results in 4 weeks. So here it is. Here is our Botolab hair care line. It's a great set of products that helps with losing hair, as well as does an amazing job in cleaning your scalp as well. We have a trademark in there called Deserticola, which is algae that we found in the desert, and we did research on it, and we found that this extract that we made with it cleans the scalp and hair amazingly, as well as helps with losing hair. That is the main thing. And these testimonials photos right here are our own people that we know, our downlines. This 1.5 month result right here is actually Angela, the person who introduced me before this sharing. And as you can see, I'm just going to say it, Ange. Her hair is pretty thin up top. And after using Botolab for about 1.5 months, her result was really great. When she pulls on her hair, she doesn't lose it. It drops less on the floor. She actually just, took these pictures just to see the difference. And as you can see, it strengthened a lot and she just lost less hair. So this is really great. It's a very, very popular product of ours, and I strongly recommend everyone look into it. Oh, skipped one. Jinjun is the ambassador for our body care line, so our body wash and our body cream. Similarly, we have a trademark for it. It's called Swamel. I'm not going to explain very involvedly in it, but our Swamel line has very, very great hydrating properties. Not only does it hydrate, it locks in the hydration. So a lot of our downlines who have actually dry skin or light eczemas have found that using our Swamel line helps with the itchiness and redness and has really improved their quality of life. Now, remember when I said we hired someone to improve the fragrance and the smell of our product? Well, that's Frederick. Frederick is a perfumist that has done amazing work with a lot of renowned shops, brands in the world, including Diptyque, Shiseido, NARS, Fresh, you name it, he's done it. And he helped us renew the smell and the fragrance of our Botolab line, which I just showed you, both the hairline and the body care line. And this is just another step in taking our brand into the international renowned territory. And lastly, we have Ying Ai, which is the ambassador for our supplement line. Our supplement line right now has 2 products in Hong Kong and in Hong Kong, yes. It's the Fiber Deep Talk Plus, as well as our collagen drink. Now, these are very great and good quality products, but I can't go into them one by one because it'll just take a long time. But just know that other than the collagen involvement that is in our collagen drink, for example, it has our centella extract, which is in there. And that is super special because our downlines and us personally have found out that after taking this collagen for 2 to 3 months, our joint inflammation pains have actually improved. I mean, for me, that's a huge thing. I'm a big sports person. I've had injuries on my knee, on my different joints for such a long time now. And as you know, these pains don't go away. They just come back. Having taken this collagen for 2 to 3 months, my inflammation has gone down. The pain has gone down by quite a lot. And that's just a bonus on top of what this collagen drink does to your skin, helping you with pigmentation and helping you with the lifting. Just amazing stuff, okay? All right, so having given you a brief background on why Riman is so great and why the product speaks for itself, I want to talk about a little bit about our team. XS team is probably the most active and most successful team in Asia right now, if I may say so. And when I introduce this to everyone who is interested, everyone basically wants to know what support, what training XS team can provide them. And that is something that we are amazing at, okay? This training right now you are watching, sorry, not training, this presentation right now that you are watching is on every single night at 9:30. So as a resource, can you imagine how helpful this would be? You have someone who's interested to learn about Riman. You ask them to join tonight's 9:30 training presentation. They can't, tomorrow they can't. The day after they can't. There's got to be a day that they can, right? So this resource is perfect for anyone to spread the word to your friends and family or prospects who wants to know about Riman. So just this resource itself is super, super valuable. Not only that, our XS team also gives you different trainings. We have product trainings. We have SOP training. We have like compensation plan training. Any training that you need, we actually do on a very, very week by week basis. And that's really, really useful, right? For someone at the beginning who you won't be able to talk and speak or be as fluent as Jackie or Winnie, but you can still bring these people to join and improve their skills before they go out and talk to other people. And that is super helpful. So After all that, let's talk a little bit about the compensation plan, which I think is also very, very, very interesting. So let's start from basics, okay? I like to start from the basics. People who join Riman, there's two types of people. One type of people just wants to use the products. You introduce it to someone, you tell them this Photolab hairline is great, use it. They're like, okay, so they go on web, they sign up an account, they buy the product, it gets shipped to them, they use it, they'll love it because the product speaks for itself. What else do they get? Well, they get a very simple 5% reward on their online account. And this is just like any other online place that you would buy, like iHerb, right? You go in iHerb, you buy some stuff, you get points. When you collect enough points, you use these points to buy products. That's how it works. That's a customer. So these are people that use products, customers. Everyone else, like us, who wants to join in on the business side of things and to get involved in this business are called planners. And as planners, we register differently. We go online, we register an account in our respective countries, and then we enter our details. Normally, there's a $20 US registration fee, but there's often promotions that waive this fee. For example, right now, I believe Malaysia and Singapore has this fee waived until at least June 12th, for example, which means that you can ask people who are interested around you to join and get in on a planner account right away. All right, so what do you get as a planner account? Well, you get a 10% commission off your purchases. So the next question should be, okay, 10%. How do I make money from this? What do I have to do? Well, there's three ways to earn money. First, you purchase yourself. So you purchase some products, and let's say I purchased, I'll use Malaysian ringgit as an example. I purchased 1,000 ringgit worth of products. With the 10% commission, I get 10% back, and that commission gets back to me on a monthly basis as a commission, which is great. But when you buy stuff yourself, half of that is given to you in cash and half of that is given to you in Riman dollars or in points. The second way to make money is to find someone who wants to use the product. So like I said, a customer who wants to use the product, they buy, let's say, again, 1,000 ringgit worth of products. Remember, customers just wants to use the product, right? They have no interest in the business plan or the points. So everything goes to the upline. So the person who has this customer as their downline gets 10% off their $1,000 ringgit, which means they get around $100 ringgit. And the last way to earn money is to find someone to get involved in this business with you and join in as a planner, right? So you find someone who's interested, they also join as a planner. So if you're the same grade planner with the downline of a planner, you get a commission of 5%. We call this same grade commission, 5% commission off their $1,000 ringgit purchase. So basically, that's how you make money in Riman. You can get a better commission rate with going to a manager being 20% and then going to a senior manager being 30%. So how do we do that? Simple. One criteria, which I highlighted right there. To go from a planner to a manager, you have to have a purchasing rate of 3,000 SP in 3 months. So 3,000 SP you can think of as points. You can think of it as US dollar. It's close, not exactly, but it's easier to think of it that way. So 3,000 US dollars in 3 months. Yourself, as well as your first line, everyone you get your direct line that is under you, yourself and your first line. Every one of these people's purchases added together, 3,000 US dollar or 3,000 points in 3 months, and you become a manager. And to become a senior manager, 6,000 points in 3 months, you become a senior manager. So at this point, you might have realized one thing. Planner, manager, and senior manager, you can actually achieve by yourself, just in one go, right? a lot of people do that. They purchase 6,000 points of products, which is around, in ringgit, it would be 15,000 ringgit. In Singaporean dollar, it'll be 7,800 or so. And in Chinese yuan, it's about 43,000. So you can just buy 6,000 points worth, and then you become a senior manager right away. Well, why do you want to do that? Well, you want to do that because 30% commission difference is hugely different from 10%. Think of it this way. You find 5 people that you think will be interested in this business. You talk to them, you explain, just like me, you explain the product, you explain the company background, you explain the business plan to them. They say, okay. All 5 of them say, okay. And they purchased, I don't know, let's just say 1,000 ringgit dollars worth of products. You get 10% from that compared to doing the same amount of work, exactly the same amount of work, and getting 30% of that. That's a huge difference. I think a lot of people don't realize that doing that much work for 10% will actually feel not as great as getting 30% of that, okay? So it's really, really important to get to senior manager right away. That's the first step. And we definitely, the company also encourage us to get to senior manager as fast as we can, because all the promotions right now surrounding the company and the promotion, the monthly promotion that's being pushed right now, all geared towards that. And we've actually been very, very successful in getting people to join as senior manager. And we strongly, strongly recommend that as your starting point. Next is team leader. Well, team leader is 40% commission rate. And there's 2 criteria. The first one, I need to zoom in. The first one being this. 50,000 SP in 5 months. 50,000 SP in 5 months means yourself and your entire team. Okay, that's why it's a big jump from getting to senior manager. 50,000 US dollars approximately in 5 months with your entire team. Not only that, you also need 3 senior managers in your network, in your tree. So this means that this stage you actually need a team to achieve. So what's the big difference? Well, the difference is huge. I'm not going to go into there today because it'll take some calculation. But just know that when you get to team leader, your approximate salary would be around approximately 10,000 US dollars, which is great. And there are further tiers up there. A director, a senior director, and national director. So national director would be like Jackie, senior director would be like David, and then director would be like Debbie and Angela and Gary and Sharon and amongst other people, okay? I'm not going to talk too much about getting into director grades and upper. I'll leave that to the person that brought you to this presentation. I think that's best left to discuss in another time. But just know that when you get to a director, it'll be approximately a salary of about 30,000 US dollar, and senior director would be like approximately 50,000 US dollar. When you think about it, there are so many people that I've seen in Riman that are less than 30 years old, girls and guys. What kind of business opportunity can provide you with, 30,000 US dollar or 50,000 US dollar on a regular basis as your salary for someone who's under 30 years old? Not a lot. And I see so many of these directors and senior directors in our Riman family, which is super, super impressive. And I think that's why I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of people to get into. Anybody, whether you are, you used to work professionally, whether you are a mother who has a lot of time at home, or someone who's very young, who's very good at social media. We've seen so many examples of people who have taken great success with Riman. And we encourage everyone to just get in as quickly as possible because the timing is so important, which I'm going to talk about a little later. Lastly, I forgot to talk about the leadership match. When you get to a team leader grade and above, by that time, your network should be quite mature and sophisticated. You'll have people under you that become team leader and director and above. When you become a team leader, you get a leadership match bonus, which is basically 40% for the first level of team leader and above that is under you. You get 40% of their monthly commission. That's huge. That is huge. That is why everyone strives to be a senior manager first, and then their next goal is definitely team leader, because team leader, like I said, an average of 10,000 US dollars a month is where the real climb begins, and your commission, it becomes quite substantial. All right, remember I told you about Jeju Island? Well, this is Riman Village. The village resort that Riman built on Jeju Island for people, distributors who have the achievement to go there on a vacation. And that's what we did about 2 months ago, our entire team, which I just need to say everyone needs to go, because once you get into the Riman business, you talk about Centella every day, you talk about the Jeju water, you talk about how great our product is. You need to go and actually see it for yourself. You'll be amazed. You'll get the entire tour. They did such a great job demoing everything to us and giving us, there's spas to do. There's so many activities to do. It's just great. I can't speak highly enough of it. So definitely try to get this achieved, okay? Lastly, I want to talk about timing. So I've talked about timing for about 2-3 times now in this presentation, because I truly believe the timing to get into Riman right now is so good. I've listed here some of the direct marketing companies in the world that most people in the world think are amongst the top. Have you noticed something? They're all over 40 years old. So they've been around for a long time. Even Dr. Secret, which I initially thought was much newer, because Dr. Secret became quite popular around the COVID period. But no, it's been around for 25 years already. All these direct marketing companies has been around for a long time. And when I say get in early, Riman is early, okay? Riman has started 7 years. 5 years in Korea itself, 2 years internationally. That's early, okay? Getting in right now is so early compared to everyone else after us. Imagine me telling you, in 1986, get in Nu Skin. Do you want to get into Nu Skin right now? It's a very new brand. Of course you do, because you know how big it's going to get in years to come. Similarly, for Riman, it's going to be exactly the same. We are doing so well. The trajectory is so big. The revenue is so big. Everything is in the right path. Riman's going to blow big, and getting in right now is the perfect time to do so. I can't stress that enough, okay? So, with that said, here's the global expansion. Like I told you, Korea, North America, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, and then Mexico, and then afterwards, Japan, Philippines, and then on to 50 more countries in years to come. Riman's gonna go into a worldwide trend in a very short amount of time. And I just want to let everyone know that this is really the time to do it. If you're gonna do it now. The person who brought you here, talk to them, get to know better how to do this. There's a lot of details that you need to know after. There's going to be trainings. XS team's going to provide you with every single thing you need. So it's just your decision. Everything we told you today is for your consideration. So I hope everyone found this presentation useful, and I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you.